Okay, and we are recording.
So, one, two, three. Okay. Good morning to Madam Salma and my dear friends. Today we are going to present about fundamental concepts of organizational behavior. My name is Wanda Husna.
Mugat.
My name is Megat Ahmad Farhan.
My name is Tanasha Tashika.
And my name is Mama Fasha Daniel.
Alright, so let's start. So, the first thing is in the fundamental, you have individual differences. Individuals are different in their physical and mental traits, not only from their mental but also from the sex, age, height, weight, but also from psychological, such as intelligence, attitude, motivation, personality, needs, and perception. That is why every company or every organization, it is a must to hire different type of people, different type of sex, different type of races, different type of mindsets to make the organization more unique or more complex. So the next thing is a whole person. Two, the organization may feel that they are employing only the individual skills or intelligence. They are, in fact, employing the whole person. So, for example, if you're hiring a girl and because she's smart, she's very intelligent in terms of her working, but you also forgot that you are hiring her as a whole person, which includes her emotion, her psychological. For example, if one day she has to go through a period cramp, and that will disturb her work. So yeah, thank you.
Okay, next I'll be talking about motivated behavior and as well of the value of the person. So what is motivated behavior? From psychology, we learn that normal behavior has certain causes. Motivated behavior may relate to a person's needs or the consequences that result from this act. Motivation is essential for the proper functioning of organizations, and organizations can show its employees how certain action will increase their need for fulfillment. A path toward increased need fulfillment is the better way of enriching the quality of work, and individuals' behavior is guided by needs and the consequences of actions. Motivating employees is essential to the operation of organizations and the biggest challenge faced by managers. And the next one is the value of the person. So values are an important element that affect individuals and how they behave towards others. Companies can influence a person's behavior with codes of conduct, ethics, and vision statements, ethics committee, and a punishment and reward system. A gap sometimes exists between a person's value and behavior. Organizational strategies such as a reward system can close that gap. Culture is also largely relevant to how values shape behavior, as a given organizational culture can create camaraderie and social interdependence. Okay. A work environment should strive to encourage positive values and discourage negative influences that affect behavior. All individuals possess a moral compass defined via values which direct how they treat others and conduct themselves. People who lack strong or ethical values may participate in negative behavior that can hurt the organization. While a company cannot do anything about the influences that shape a person's values and behavior before hiring, the organization can try to influence employee behavior in the workplace. So that's all from me.
Okay, for my part, which is the holistic organizational behavior, it is it is applied by psychologists that the major factors explaining organizational behavior in the context of organizational interventions are emotions, cognitions, and context. In organizational analysis and intervention, however, organizational behavior models are explicitly noted in a theory of mind that assumes and thoroughly addresses their conjoint interplay are rare. To address this issue, we review definitions of emotion and cognition with a view to clarifying their specificity as well as their differences from similar but potentially confounding constructs. Perceptions, such examples are perceptions, consciousness, awareness, and we can also review the most common definitions of unconscious as relevant intersection between cognition and emotion. So, The ultimate objective, therefore, is to introduce an interactionist between individual and context model of both cognitive and emotional levels of functioning of mind based on what we refer to as the theory of analysis of demand. And finally, we outline and discuss its related intervention methodology, such as the individual setting of consultations and the organization technique. So that's all from me.
Okay, I'll be presenting on the nature of organizations, which includes social system and mutual interests. Firstly, social system is the organizations are social system. People have psychological needs. They also have social roles and status. Their behavior is influenced by their groups as well as by their individual drives. Two types of social systems exist in organizations. One is formal or official and other is informal social system. All parts of social systems are interdependent and each part is subject to influence by other. Everything is related to everything else. The idea of social system provides a framework for analyzing organizational behavior issues. It helps make organizational behavior problems understood and manageable. Secondly is mutual system. Every organization needs people and people need organizations to survive or prosper. Basically, it's a mutual understanding between the organization and the employees that helps both reach their respective objectives. For example, if we deposit our money in the bank, in return, the bank gives us loan or interest. Mutual interest provides superordinate goal one that can be attained only through the integrated efforts of individuals and their employees. Individuals who have shared mutual interests are likely to make their organization the strongest because even though their views may be different, they still have a shared concern for similar objectives. That's all from me. Thank you.
And that's all from us. Thank you, and thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, guys. Okay.
Pause,
Yeah.
pause.
Good day to Madam Salma. So today my group will be presenting about our movie review, which is Monster House, and the concept that we chose is based on communications. So my name is Magat and I will be doing the introduction a bit. So communications may be characterized as the exchange of realities, data, thoughts, proposals, orders, demands, complaints, and so on, starting with one individual then onto the next to give a total comprehension of the topic of correspondent to the beneficiary thereof, the ideal reaction from the beneficiary to such correspondence. In an organization, communication facilitates the flow of information and understanding between different people and departments through different media using all the channels and networks. This flow of information is vital for managerial effectiveness and decision making in general. For human resource manager in particular, as he to be in contact with the managers of various departments, employees and workers, and trade union leaders. One of the importance of communication is preparing people to accept change. The proper and effective communication is an improper tool in the hands of management of any organization to bring about overall change in the organizational policies, procedures, and work style, and make the staff to accept and respond positively. And lastly, communication facilitates inviting and encouraging the ideas from subordinates on certain occasions on any task. This will develop creative thinking. Uh, on honoring subordinates' ideas will further motivate them for hard work, and sense of belonging to the organization will be developed. It will provide them with the encouragement to share information with their superior without hesitations. The managers must know the ideas, thoughts, comments, reaction, and attitudes of their subordinates, and subordinates should know the same from the lowest level staff of their respective department. Okay, the next part will be the synopsis of the movie. So this movie is about a 13-year-old DJ is observing his neighbor Cracker on the other side of the street in the suburb that destroys tricycles of children that trespass his lawn. When DJ's parents travel on the eve of Halloween and the abusive nanny Z stays with him, he calls his clumsy best friend Chowder to play basketball, but when the ball falls in Nebuchadnezzar's lawn, the old man has a heart attack, and soon they find that the house is a monster. Later, the boys rescue the smart Jenny from the house, and the trio unsuccessfully tries to convince the babysitter, her boyfriend Bones, and two police officers that the haunted house is a monster, but nobody believes them. The teenager asks their video game addicted acquaintance Skull how to destroy the house, and they disclose its secret on the Halloween night. So three teenagers, DJ, Chowder, and Jenny, think that after mean old man Nebuchadnezzar died from a heart attack at his house, they all think it's over, but they are wrong. When DJ's nanny Z's boyfriend Bones goes over to the house and starts kicking its grass, he gets swallowed by the house. Now all three of them need to try and stop the house, and the only way by doing that is to go to inside the house.
Hi, my name is Juan and I am presenting about the issue and problem that revolves around this movie. So the first one is DJ does not speak often to his family and to his babysitter about the problem in the house because nobody believes him, and that's the first problem. For example, there's one scene where DJ tried to explain to his babysitter about the house that is happening right in front, but his babysitter declines it and do not want to believe it. So the next one is the next problem is Mr. Nutcracker, which is the owner of the house, seems to be very, very overprotective over the house. For example, DJ's friend Chowder tried to save his basketball, which crosses the land of Mr. Nutcracker's, but it ends up in rage, and Mr. Nutcracker's was super angry about it. And that's the second problem. And the third problem is DJ and his friends, which is Chowder and Jenny, takes full risk to discover the mystery of his house. No matter what are the consequences, no matter it's dangerous or damaging, they still wanna find the truth behind the house. So the last one is Mr. Nutcrackers is angry because the death of his wife, and he thought that event revolves around his life. He needs to act based on this event, and he cannot move on from the event. And that leads to a problem, which leads to Mr. Nutcracker's problematic behavior. And that's it. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum to my beloved friends and also my lecturer, Madam Salma. Today I will be presenting about the issue related in the movie Monster House that are in chapter 3, which will be talking about personality. So, personality has been defined in many ways, but as a psychological concept, there's two meanings that have evolved. The first pertains to the consistent differences that exist between people in this sense. The study of personality focuses on classifying and explaining the relatively stable results. So the dual definition of personality is interwoven in most of the topics discussed below. It should be emphasized that, however, no definition of personality has found universal acceptance within the field. So the second meaning emphasizes those qualities that make all people alike and that distinguish psychological man from other species, and it directs the personality theories to search for those regularities among all people that define the nature of man as well as the factors that influence the course of lives. So, this duality may help explain the character's personality. Studies that have been taken on the other hand, and study of even more specific qualities that are in the characters of the movie, such as DJ Walters, Mr. Nutcracker, Chowder, and Jenny. Um, on the other hand, the search for the organized totality of psychological functions that emphasizes the interplay between organic and psychological events within people and those social and biological events that surround them. So what do we do? So with this kind of group people, we could try an interdisciplinary approach. Involves drawing appropriately from several differences or separate branches of learning or fields of expertise to redefine problems outside of normal boundaries and reach solution based on their new understanding of complex situations, such as in this movie Monster House. So the term interdiscipline or cross-discipline means a an organizational unit that involves two or more academic disciplines, and it is related to interdisciplinary. But it is a noun which, for us, it is used at a certain kind of unique academic discipline, and a field may be both a discipline and an interdiscipline at the same time. So, I guess that's it from me. For my part, thank you very much to Madam Salma, and thank you very much to my friends, which are um, Ona, Magat, and also Tina. Thank you.
My name is Sinasha Tashika, and for my part, I'll be concluding this presentation. In conclusion, effective communication, therefore, is necessary for an organization to function effectively. Everyone in an organization, not just the manager but also the subordinates, need to have a strong communication skill to achieve goals that are set in an organization. Communication is also a simple motivating tool that can boost the morale of an organization's workers. The key cause of tension and low morale is due to the faulty contact between workers or between employers and their employees. By maintaining a good human relationship in the company with efficient communication, you can increase the productivity at low cost by promoting more ideas and giving more feedbacks. Effective communication also requires familiarity with the obstacles. Therefore, it is also crucial to use the right platform for communication since using the wrong medium undermines the message. Moreover, technology has also influenced the way we communicate, making a huge effect on how corporations interact with customers and how friends interact with one another, which improves the communication efficiency. That's all for me. Thank you.